Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. The playoff picture coming into focus now, Greg, with a good portion of this regular season behind us.
And for the teams that are definitely in, they're trying to maintain momentum and health, right? But for the teams still clawing and fighting their way in, that's where it gets exciting.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Anthony right side. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Here's Ivy. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony left side, and he comes up with the deuce.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Harris outside. Back to Thompson. 5 on the clock. 18 feet out. And Holmgren pulls it down. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Anthony dishes to Holmgren. Over in the corner, Dort. Anthony against Ivy. Pass to Williams for the 3. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Cunningham, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Pistons passing it around. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. Off target with the open look.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Anthony finds Dort. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Right at the free throw line, again, Oklahoma City.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Now here's Anthony. 6 points for him. Off target from outside.
Well, there you have it. Their first miss of the game, but still off to a solid start here in terms of shooting.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Celtics in Boston.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. He gets it in there.
Yeah, they need Cunningham to be effective from that mid-range area.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 2. Thompson, a screen on Williams, and here's Harris from the arc, and Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Anthony. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Pistons have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
Bays checked in for the Pistons. That one drops. He ties it up.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. And you look at Anthony all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Yeah, a rookie year can be unpredictable, but he's consistently stood out from the crowd.
Ivy, no one around him. And Slim picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Team second.
Here's Ivy. Good, nice job down low. Ivy's got 7.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Anthony kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Anthony. To the paint. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Pistons trail by 3. Pass to Ivy. From outside, off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Floats it up for Williams, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Jalen Duren is second. And, of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who?
And the Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Holmgren. Williams comes in for Jalen Williams. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
The Thunder leading by 3.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Cunningham's got 7. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Here's Anthony. The rebound by Ivy. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here he goes. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Holland, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Now here's Anthony. Last time, 45 points for him. Williams sets a screen for Anthony. Anthony missing again. Pistons trail by 3. Ivy passes to Duren. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Let me tell you something about Jalen Duren. This guy fears no one, and he plays with a mean streak.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws here for the night. He misses the free throw. Thompson, he's checked in for Ivy. And the second free throw, good. Pistons have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And you look at Asar Thompson, coach, already imposing at the defensive end of the floor.
He certainly is, Kevin. And that's what they got him to do. But it's the offensive end where he has to make strides, especially in his three-point shooting. It's problematic for a perimeter player who struggles to get the ball in the basket.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, it'll be fun to watch Asar Thompson develop over his first few years in the league.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Celtics was outstanding. He scored 45 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. And those are big numbers he put up. It's hard to match, but he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Thompson misses. The Thunder with the lead. Pass to Williams. It's stolen. Shot's good by Duren. Duren's got his second bucket of the night.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Outside Anthony. Down low. Hartenstein passes to Williams. 4 on the clock. Anthony nowhere around. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hartenstein against Bay. Inside. Fades and shoots. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They are on a phenomenal run right now. 16 consecutive wins.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Anthony. And it's Holmgren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Holmgren finds Williams. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Pistons trailed by 5. There's Bay. Bucket off the crossover. Bay's got his first bucket of the night.
And maneuvering into position, Bay moving the needle.
Anthony kicks to Dort. Back to Anthony. Williams, a screen on Thompson. The three from Anthony. Holland with the rebound. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Pistons. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Thompson, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder against Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks the triple. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Dort against Bay. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Bay passes to Schroeder. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Wallace is checked in.
Coming on to the floor.
Going with an almost entire new group here. Duren, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for Sadiq Bey. And it's Cunningham in for Thompson. The three from Anthony. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Detroit has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Thunder shooting 41% from the field in the second quarter up to this point. Anthony taking his time here. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anthony's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Thunder.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. No good on the three. The Thunder leading by 3. Anthony kicks to Wiggins. Outside Williams. It's Joe on the wing. Williams dishes to Anthony. Williams sends a screen for Anthony. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And, well, Detroit shooting very well. 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Hartenstein against Cunningham. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Coach, it didn't take long for Kate Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader. The former #1 pick, Cunningham has dealt with some injuries, but when he's healthy, he's always a factor.
Hartenstein with the screen on Cunningham. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And, well, Detroit shooting at 51%. Really solid. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. Duran trying to break free. The layup off target.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight.
Harris's shot is off. Now the Thunder with it. They're on a 14-6 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside Anthony. Buries it from three-point range. Anthony's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Yeah, this is really important to Cunningham's development. He needs to keep rising, firing, and hitting these pull-up jumpers.
Outside Anthony. That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Back to the action in just a minute.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
You know, right now for the Thunder, they're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle around, keep the rest of the pack in line.
Listen, nobody should be surprised by how they're playing. This team is loaded.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's in the game for them down the stretch. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Slim having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
Well, it's nothing new for him. They are at their best when he's setting the table like that.
The Thunder leading by 6. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. The 3 from Anthony. Good on the triple. Anthony's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Oklahoma City.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Well, Cunningham, offensively, he can hurt you in so many ways, and he's got it all working tonight.
Williams gets the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Ivy.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Detroit, they're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs.
And I think for the Pistons, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some hope. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Anthony against Ivy. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 6 assists now in the game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. That shot wide open. 34 points for Slim.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Thompson finds Cunningham. Elbow shot is on the way. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
Anthony. Good D by Thompson.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. And the 3 off target. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Anthony, 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. Dan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. Back to Thompson. Duren with a screen on Dort. Shot clock at 5. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. That 3 off the mark.
Well, defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making...
And another one!
That will do it. 40 points for him, and he's pulled even.
And to think, GA, at the start of the year, we'd see someone match the record for most 40-point games? Simply spectacular.
And to tie the mark of 63 games of 40 or more,
It's just awe-inducing. To score 40 or more in over 3/4 of the NBA season is something that players don't even dream of.
And it's Anthony with the ball for Oklahoma City. It's Dort on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Anthony. Williams a screen on Ivy. Anthony's shot is off. Pistons trail by 7. Harris outside. Pass to Duren. Now here's Ivy. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And passing has made this guy next level. That's the element that has changed Gilgeous-Alexander's game.
Duren against Holmgren. Cunningham right side. And how about a look at our 2K leaderboard and a group of point guards that have a little bit of big man in them and some very good rebounding numbers since the All-Star break. Cade Cunningham third.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Yeah, and it speaks to how well-rounded a lot of today's point guards are. It's not just about orchestrating, it's about doing the dirty work too.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Pistons. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Dort. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pistons trail by 9. Schroeder outside. Back to Cunningham. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Cunningham outside. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Williams dishes to Anthony. Holmgren sets the screen for Anthony. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Harris looking it over. Duren against Holmgren. Schroeder. Excellent D there from Anthony. Oklahoma City leading by 7. The tray. A three-pointer is right on target. Anthony's got 47 points.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Taking a look here at some stats for Cunningham.
Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging 25 points per, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds.
And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success. He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Here's Sasser. Wallace covering. From the arc. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And here's Anthony from the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. Schroeder, left side. It's blocked.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's Anthony. Yet another bucket that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Pass to Bay. Over Wiggins. And the shot is long.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Outside Anthony from past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 54 points.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. Nurkic setting the pick for Schroeder. Buries the long-range jumper. Schroeder's got 11 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Anthony. Pass to Wiggins. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Outside Anthony. There's the lob to the hoop. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
Taking a look here at numbers for Anthony. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. And he's one of the most creative passers in the game, ranked 3rd overall in assists per.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Pass to Waters. Here's Holland. Here's Schroeder. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Anthony, the pass to Hartenstein. And here is Anthony. Fires it up. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Bay. Wiggins with the rebound.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder. Number 11, Isaiah Joe.
6 seconds left in the third. Here's Bay. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Anthony is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 spot. Now Anthony to the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. And here's Anthony from the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Pistons trail by 16. Here's Schroeder, and it's denied. And they'll keep possession. And Anthony's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Williams finds Anthony. Let's go. Hits the jumper in space. Anthony's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Hartenstein, and he banks in the layup.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, look, their lack of effort is exactly why they're behind. Just look at how they're getting bullied on the glass right now.
Pass to Clinton. Back to Bay. To the left wing. Nobody near Schroeder. Connects from three-point range.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Anthony against Bay. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holland with the rebound. Holland's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Schroeder outside. Another three for Detroit.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only one in the first, 3 since the break.
Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bay against Anthony. Clock at 6. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Pistons. Holland's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Bay. Lays it up off the glass.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Outside Anthony. Trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Back to Bay, the 10-footer. Gets a hand on it, and Bay able to finish.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
Williams passes to Anthony. The three. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He told them you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Williams kicks to Anthony. Ball's knocked loose. Cunningham with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Harris from the arc. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Williams, rejected by Harris.
And using his long arms there to his advantage. Opponents got to be mindful of Harris's defensive capabilities.
Cunningham outside. Duran a screen. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Offensive rebound. Thompson outside. Pass to Ivy. Back to Thompson. Tries a three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. A shot by Anthony, no good.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
And Thompson throws it down.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Holmgren the screen. They get it again. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Williams against Harris. Back to Cunningham. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Anthony. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Anthony. Lets it go from deep. And got it! Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Ivy on the wing, covered by Anthony. They need this. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Here's Anthony, back to Dort. Outside Anthony. Pass to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Anthony kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And the Thunder lead by 18.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Here's Cunningham, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, there you see Cunningham's willingness to take contact to battle for his shot inside.
Cunningham. Cunningham. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. And so Cunningham nails both of them. 1:43 left in the 4th quarter. Outside Anthony. Holmgren with a screen on Ivy. Anthony's shot is off. Pistons trail by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Thunder.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had already, 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Slim.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Substitution on.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one
that's how the cookie crumbles.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.